What's up, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another subreddit video, and today we are back on r/Tinder. And as promised from last time's episode, we will get into my personal Tinder insights. I didn't even know that was a thing last time, but I got my data and we can see how many matches and how many swipes I've had. And so stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that later in the video. And real quick, before we do get into the video, if you want to fast forward, go ahead. But I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for the past 2-3 months of support. If you guys didn't know, I was suspended from YouTube's monetization program, but now we are re-partnered up. And so we are re-monetized. And that's huge because now I can start making money off of these videos again. And I wanted to say a separate thank you so much to the Patreon members because you guys supported me during this tough time. I plan on still continuing doing the Patreon moving forward, and I actually lowered the price for all the members and anyone who wants to lock in a membership for the remainder of this month till the 31st. The membership is going to be $5 a month and $10 for deluxe. In the future after this month, I'm going to reformat my Patreon, so we're going to be doing weekly full-length videos of whatever the Patreon members request. So that's going to be a separate full-length video one time a week for the Patreon members. So I'm excited to be adding that to my content repertoire as well. If you guys are interested, I would advise you guys to lock in now because the price that you lock in now will be grandfathered in and it won't be changed whatsoever moving forward. I'm just gonna, after this month, raise the price for like a single membership just for new members going forward after this month. So yeah, that's just some information on that. And then also, we are gonna be starting streaming soon. I'm looking into starting my Twitch and Kick, so you guys stay tuned for that. We're gonna be doing live Reddit reads, scary games, regular gaming, I mean, anything and everything. I'm just excited to start streaming. We're gonna be multi-streaming too, so it will be on YouTube as well. And I am gonna start doing once a week, adding a tier list or a video essay video instead of 7 days of just Reddit. And then eventually the goal will probably be like 2 or 3 non-Reddit reads a week and then like 3 or 4 Reddit reads a week. So that's gonna be the format probably after this month, maybe in like 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, just wanted to update you guys. Anyways, I love you guys so much. And let's get into r/Tinder today. Sorry for that lengthy thing. And if you guys skipped forward, no problem at all. All right. This one says, I'm just going to leave this here laughing emoji. Looking for still figuring it out. Okay. All right. So his about me says, or hers, I think it's a girl. I'm not sure. Don't expect me to be the bigger person when I'm only 4'9". Damn, short queen. Bosnian and Czech. What a mix. Actually know a little bit of Bosnian. Fun fact, you know. TC Yepa. Swipe left if you're emotionally immature, looking for a pen pal, insecure, commitment issues. You attention seek from multiple females. Isn't that everyone that's on dating apps? Okay. Want to go 50-50 on a date. Oh God. 30 plus and is still figuring it out. Oh, that's so funny. Dude, I love to see the hypocrisy in some dating app profiles like this because she's literally 30, still figuring it out, and saying, if you're 30 person still figuring it out, don't even think about swiping right. Wanting to go 50-50 on a date is a funny thing to put down. I guess like, hey, everybody has a straight up preference and standard, so nope, no problem with that. I just think it's funny to put on your bio. Because then that just like, even though I'm willing to pay on the first day, and I usually do, it just makes me not want to because you're expecting it, you know? She seems like the type of girl to, when I pay, not say thank you. I strongly dislike that. Whenever a girl like, I don't mind paying, but when I pay, I expect it to say at least like, oh, thank you. Like, you want me to get desserts or drinks or something. Because that's just sweet. You don't even have to, but like just saying thank you and gratitude, I don't know. Maybe I have a gratitude kink. Rules for thee, not for me. Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare. Well, this is obvious. They're only 30, not 30 plus, okay? Thus, the rule doesn't apply to them yet. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. My cowlick is strong today. All right, so what do I say? Life is short. Buy that car. Get in trouble one wild night out. Take a picture of your... Well, can't say that. Take a pic of your, melons, send it to me, explore the beautiful parts of the world, take that holiday, find a thing that'll make you smile every day. I love how all those are like so cute. And then he just says, take a pic of your, And then she goes, did you just ask me for a melon pic? That's so funny. Bold strategy there. Just sneaking it in there. Oh, life is short, why not, All All right, this says how. And the intro message on Tinder was fart. And then she sends a wind emoji and a sigh sign. And he says poop, sends a poop. And then he says, do you want to have cuddles? And then she says, that's one way of introducing yourself, but maybe, depends. This is one of those rare cases where like the 1% time of just being so bold actually works. All right, this one says too much. All right, so first message says A+ hat, right? I'll be the reason. Oh wait, I'll be your reason to hit the gym as long as you be my reason to go to. Lol. Oh, that's cute. That's a good message. Oh, perf. Fair warning, I haven't updated my bio in years. The glasses pick is the only new edition since 2019. Oh man, see, this is the thing. Oh, and then she said some of mine are old too. Yeah. I don't get the old picture thing. Wouldn't you want your date to know how you look right now? And then she goes, I don't care you're fun sized as long as you don't mind I'm a little bigger as you can see. And then he goes, yeah, you look like you could beat me up. That's hot as fuck. Hey, this worked out. This is awesome. You know, I like that because that funny conversation, it's pretty straightforward. It looks like they'll have a good time on a date. Sounds like you're both catfishing. For real. The newest photos on your profile is 6 years old. That's insane. Yeah, I think like, guys, like that's a form of catfishing. If you're posting old pictures, if you don't look like them, in my opinion. I mean, I've had so many dates where it's like that. Holy crap. All right, so I'll read the beginning of this, but we're gonna have to blur a good portion of this, okay? So it says, open Tinder this mid-afternoon, closed it right back up. So this guy intro message to her was, I'm not sure what you necessarily are looking for, but I would love to, wow, actually I have to blur this whole thing. I would love to fold you and really stretch with you, you know, multiple rounds of it. You're so hot, blank. I also prefer not to, oh my God, when you pull out something, you know, if that's not what you're looking for, I am sorry. And then after an hour and a half pass, he sends a essay. And guys, I have to blur this. I'm trying really hard to leave as much in as possible, but this has to be blurred. He says, I love to have my hands around your hips as we kiss. That's cute. Okay, romantic. Stroke one through your lovely hair of yours while the other reaches around that peach emoji, eventually to playing with cat emoji, getting it to be as blank as the Niagara Falls, putting you on your side because, you know, life alert. I got to be careful in case, you know, she's seizing. One leg up. Oh my God. So he sends a very long message about graphically, you know, like those, like, you know, novels, like smut novels, you know? Wow, he gets very graphic. He talks about, you know, positioning, things that bounce. Yeah, I can't even read this, guys. This is like, come on, dude. Let's read the comments, though. I love how in the scenario he finishes the, you know, race at least 3 times, but doesn't bother to care about her pleasure. That's so funny. That's so true. What a guy. What a guy. What the actual F is this app? All right. I feel that way sometimes. All right. So first message was, hey, blank. Hard question out of the way first. What are you looking for on Tinder? Very, very valid question. Most of the time you do see it in the bio already, but you know, sometimes they're like figuring it out or something. Then the other person says, literally nothing. I am, what? Why are you even on this app? I am very much interested in another person, but unfortunately we aren't in the position to be together, so I'm stuck getting attention on Tinder. Okay, you know what? Look, plus 10 points for honesty, minus 30 for being on this app and wasting other people's time. Because like, what is the point of being on Tinder? Like, I respect that you're honest and not really wasting as much time, but like, seriously, if you're just, I mean, that, granted, I know so many girls and guys that are on Tinder, mostly women, but you know, sometimes guys too, that are there just fully for attention and validation, but she didn't even hide it. That's crazy. Validation simulator 25. Next year releases with a new skin. I re-downloaded a dating app and I think, how bad can it be? And it be bad. All right, let's see. So we're on Bumble. First message is, have you always been a girl? What? What? What kind of question do you ask? Okay. As far as I'm aware, incredible. Never been asked that ever in my life. Yeah, who would ask that? That's actually insane. First for everything. Can't be too sure. Kind of a vibe killer, I'll be honest. Yeah, why is that? Have you ever been a dude? Have you always been a dude? Like, that's a weird thing to fucking ask anyone. Not since I grew into a woman. That would have been a great response, actually. All right, almost 0 matches. I live in Germany. All right, let's give his profile a review here. First pick, him skydiving. Fun first picture. I don't like sunglasses as first picture. And it also is like really shiny. Great lighting though, but really shiny on his forehead. But I think you keep this picture, just not as a first pick. Let's see. Cute pick. Travels a lot, or like, you know, is into hiking, adventurous, selfie. Oh, the chompers, bro. That might have to go, bro. Just crop it up a little bit. Don't have your feet out. Again, lots of sunglass pics. I'm giving honest review, in my opinion, okay? Everything's great first pic. This should be your first picture. A good smile. He seems like a nice guy. He's got a wine glass. Like, I like this picture. This is my favorite so far. But I'm also a sucker for smiles. We got another selfie. I would eliminate one of these 2 selfie pictures just because you got the same angle. I'd probably eliminate this one because it has sunglasses on it. You already have too many sunglass pictures. You pick a selfie. I don't think it's a bad picture. You got a lot of selfies. You got any like, they seem like, I don't know how to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but they seem very much like stock photos. Like all of them are kind of the same angle, just in a different background and stuff. I would say add maybe, you know, one more, like they're all kind of like the same style. You're traveling somewhere and you take a picture of yourself. Maybe add one with a friend, something, a little bit more flair. I'd take away some of these pictures too, just too much sunglasses. This would be my first picture. I definitely keep this one right here in the middle. I'd pick one of the sunglasses pictures you can keep. And I would probably eliminate this one. So one of these 2. And if you do pick this one with the feet, you got to chomp them. Actually, you know what? Delete that one, delete this one, and keep this one. The skydiving one's fun. I like that one. The traveling one, this one's a good one. I'd keep that. This one's optional, up to you. I would keep one of these, not both, and then I would delete this one. Just because like you already have this exact type of pic a lot. And then maybe if you want to, add another picture, but with like 2 friends or something like that. I don't know, guys. I'm not an expert. You're going to see with my Tinder insights later. One big factor is that Tinder is pretty dead in Germany. Use Hinge or Bumble. Oh, okay. Especially if you're looking for more serious. I actually didn't know that. Interesting. So Germany is not big on Tinder. Okay. Now we know. I got to get the F out of the deep south. All right. So OP here is in the deep south. Things you can bond over: dogs. Good sign. Green flag so far. My bio. I got banned from Tinder, which is KAF. Why would you put that in your bio, bro? What? If you're politically correct, it won't work. Well, yeah, obviously. Wow. In college and don't have much time. Oh, wait. And don't have time for much. Then why are you even on here, buddy? I wonder why you got banned, huh? Dude, that's funny. Deep South is real, man. Wow, which state is this? If I had to take a guess. Dude, and you know what's funny? One person in one of my recent videos said, if you make all these Alabama jokes, I'm unsubscribing. So I'm guessing it's Alabama. I'm just like, if I actually were to guess, this seems like in my extensive knowledge of the Deep South, I'm gonna say Louisiana. I could see it maybe being a Missouri. I feel like Missouri doesn't really get talked about. I'm sorry if you're actually from there. This is a joke. All right, this one says Jesus effing Christ. Hey, there's not a whole lot on your profile. Like, where are you from? Crying face. Blank. Okay. Way to add to the conversation. Oh, hey, you added stuff to your profile. I can sing too. Yerp, fun. Okay, at this point right here, I have a big decision to make personally. I either ask one more question, and if they're dry, I'm done. I just don't talk back to them or unmatch. No, actually, I don't usually unmatch. I just never respond to them again because they're not interested. At the end of the day, like if they're responding yerp and fun, like come on, dude, yerp. Yeah, I love doing it in private, and one of my friends walked in on me singing to myself, crying face. She made fun of me. Like they're trying really hard to have an actual conversation. It was funny though. Cool. Yep. Yeah. I'm at that point done. Dunzo. Loving these one-word responses. You should do stand-up. Maybe. Yeah, this guy sucks. Or girl or whoever it is. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Always confused by people like this. Like, if you're not into it, Why reply at all? Like, this can't be fun for you. Why are you both wasting time? Our time. Either try or don't. Dude, upvote, dude. Like, seriously, preaching to the choir. Like, if you're bored, that's one thing, and swipe around. But why respond like this? That's wasting everyone's time. Oh man, what? What you doing tonight is the subject of this next one. Down for whatever, question mark? Pretty much, lol. Responded the next day too. What you doing tonight? Depends on what you have in mind. Ooh, okay. Good start so far. That's up to you. Oh, brother, come on. She just said, or he put the ball in your court, and then you just fucking toss the ball back. Give me an idea. What you doing tonight? Oh, this is a different day. Not much, really. What about you? What you doing tonight? What the fuck? What? Is this a bot? Why did he repeat himself that much? Or she? What you doing tonight? It sounds like a literal, like, a toy that just gets cranked and gets stuck in one, like squeeze and talk thing. It's like, what you doing tonight? What you doing tonight? What you doing tonight? That's a horror movie right there. This is worse than, where do you want to go eat? IDK, where do you want to go eat? Yeah, somebody's got to square up and just make the decision. I'm usually the decision maker, but I like input. Let's do a few more and then let's get into my insights. Also, Patreon folks, we will have an exclusive Patreon video just for you guys. And sorry I keep promoting that, guys. I genuinely have to, because, like, you guys on Patreon are the freaking best. Like, you guys really did help me through a tough time. So thank you. But anyways, back to this. He said his day was boring. Okay. Oh, poor you. Boring. Don't you have work? I'm at work. Yes. No wars to fight today? Why would there be? IDK, you said you work in defense. Another joke. Sorry. That's pretty funny. Bad jokes. And then crying cat. I thought it was funny. The writers of my dating life are really thinking outside the box now for season 4. That's a great subject. All right. Hi there. I'm curious what the tats on your arm stand for. I really like them. This looks like Facebook dating. Well, the UFO is to also fire intro. If a girl ever hit me with that, because, like, come on, let's be honest. Most people who get tattoos want to talk about their tattoos, right? Most of the time. I mean, and like that's a great interest, like, shows that you're interested and brings up a great conversation. Love talking about tattoos. So then they say, well, the UFO is to commemorate my very first abduction experience. I wrote an Amazon bestseller about it several years ago. No, okay, I can't tell if he's serious or they're serious or if this is a joke, but that's awesome. You wrote a book about being abducted? Yes, I'm a published author. Is that second pic of you in church? Wait, I like this conversation so far, but I see how they're really thinking outside the box. For what it's worth or not, you can self-publish on Amazon. Well, wait, I would be interested. I would want to read that book. Am I weird? Chat, am I weird? I can't wait to say chat, am I weird? And you guys actually be in chat. I'll fall for you if you match my frake. This is an oil executive's wet dream, probably. All right, I'm male 22, 5'11", get 0 matches in a small town. Any advice? Okay, first off, 22, 5'11", you got great stats so far. Your name is Flavor or Favor? Favor, sorry. Favor. That's an interesting ass name. Like, that you could do so much with that. Like, hey, want a favor? want me to do you a favor? I'm sorry, dad jokes aside. I'm the worst, guys. All right, so first picture, him shirtless in a gym with a bunch of bikes behind him. And the bio says, my mom said to start looking for a wife. To be honest, I just want a friend. Oh, you know, that could be very much true, that they want a friend. That's a cute bio, actually. I like that because it's short, simple, but funny, and then like a little playful. I like that. Also, dude is a fucking stud. Like, I think reality, most women would be into this guy. If I'm gonna say slight majority, because unless you're into like a very specific alternative look or something like that, I mean, this is a good looking fucking dude. All right, let's go next. Yeah. Oh, Lifetime Fitness too. Jesus, how much money you got? Lifetime's expensive, bro. Well, one thing is you're in a small town. That's already decreasing. I don't like this picture. I don't like that you're doing too many like shirtless pictures. I think you can keep this picture later on in the profile because you're young enough to, you know, if I'm not a huge fan of these shirtless like mirror pictures. It seems very try hard to me, but it's a good picture. You got a nice body. I feel like this one, if it was better lighting, would make more sense to put in than this one because it's less try hardy. You're just at the pool with your buddy. but just the lighting is really bad in this one. It's crazy. His first picture to these pictures looks so different. He looks so much older in this one. He looks so young in these. Good picture. Yeah, no, I mean, I like that picture. Oh, I like this picture. Yeah, lighting isn't great. It's really dark, but I like this picture. I like it because it shows your muscles without you being as try-hard. It's just you're at a party, and I would take away one of, man, I wish there was a better way to do this picture where it's less try-hardy. But yeah, take out this one. This is a good pick. Good pick. Graduation pic, smile, you're with your dad, solid picture. Lighting kind of bad. Nah, take this picture out. What the hell? You're so far away. I almost couldn't tell that you were in this picture. What are you looking at? Also, yeah, take this one out. Another gym pic. Okay, you got to narrow down the gym pics to one, bro. You have an amazing physique. Don't get me wrong. And like, your physique will show without you having to show it. Like this picture. It's showing and you're not like trying too hard. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh, good picture. Interesting back. Are you in an elevator? No, you're in a bathroom. Wild background. If you could do this anyway, she's in a bathroom stall, bro. That's pretty funny, actually. Dog pic. Okay. I mean, you're a really good looking dude. I feel like your pics could just be so much better. You would get so many matches, at least where I live. This picture I definitely keep. I wish the background was just not a bathroom. I mean, not the worst picture. I'd keep that one, I guess. I'd keep this one because it's with your dad. Seems cool. And maybe this one. And then I'd update some of the other pictures. You can keep this one if you want. But yeah, great looking guy, though. Let's see what other people say. You probably need to move out of a small town if that's at all possible. Yeah, another thing is the small town factor. Because, I mean, I'm being realistic. Even this bio, when I said all those critiques, this guy would get a pretty good amount of matches where I live. I live in a fairly big city. So yeah. Oh, he has more pictures. Oh no, that's it. The key to my heart is Game of Thrones. My guy, you just got the key to my heart. That's one of my favorite. I said anime. Jesus, one of my favorite shows. House Stark, baby. My dream job is a hematologist. I don't know what that is. Message me if you love one or more of these. Gym, God, anime, dark fantasy. Dark fantasy is a what? That you were calling for the women on that one. Politics. Movies, Game of Thrones. This guy knows what he's doing, bro. He would kill in my city. Like, yeah. I think it just has to be a small town. I mean, I'd adjust some of the pictures, but great looking dude. All right, we move on. I am confused. I'll brag about you to my friends if you give what? Sparkle dot open circle dot. What the hell? And if you don't know what it is, you don't have it. What is sparkle supposed to mean? If you give sparkles? Is it? Oh, is this Morse code? What? Finally, one I know, Stardust. They are looking for someone not composed entirely of hydrogen and a smidgen of helium, or they're looking for the Death Star. Guess you don't have it, big dog. I don't either. They speak in some alien language. All right, I might be the problem, ... All right, Morgan Wallen. Can I interest you in a useless fact or a terrible pickup line? A useless fact, please. I have a lot of my own too, lol. Did you know sharks have existed longer than the rings of Saturn? Whoa, I did not know that. I didn't know that one. Ready for my useless fact? Please. Some figs aren't vegans because incestual wasps die inside of them after mating. What the hell is this conversation, bro? What? One time a Tinder date messaged me that he was at some outdoor party eating some food. And I said something like, if that was me, I'd be bloating up in the sun like a corpse. Never heard from him again. Weird. Yeah, I mean, like, see, I kind of like weird energy. So, like, when a girl says something really goofy, I'm into it. I know that. I think that makes me weird. Now, if they're like this the whole time, it can be, like, a little bit like, well, let's also have normal conversation. But I like weird energy as a whole. Damn, been a rough 44 years. Yeah, I would put money this person probably isn't 44, but who knows? Who knows? Smoker when drinking. That's so funny. 44, yeah, like 1944. Smoker when drinking, which is all the time. All right, guys, let's get into my Tinder insights. I know some of you guys were waiting for this. Let's do this, all right? So apparently there's a website called tinderinsights.com, and we're on here, and I have my charts, so let's go ahead and just plop that in there, and let's see what my stats are. I want to preference this. I have technically been on Tinder for a fairly long time. And I did have Tinder Platinum for 2 total months. It was 1 month when I first got, like, single and back in the dating market, and then another month when I was in Vietnam. So I don't know why I'm saying this as if like my Tinder stats are about to be like insane. They probably will be. Let's see. All right, so 27 years old. That is accurate. On Tinder for 2 years and nearly 3 years. That's actually false. I think that is my current account, because I actually, fun fact, this is wild, but I was on Tinder since Tinder nearly first came out. And for those of you guys that don't know, Tinder back in the day used to be allowed for minors, but you would only be able to swipe with minors. So like I actually had Tinder when I was 15 in high school. And I like went on a couple dates with other people that were like 15, 16 at the time. But yeah, that's just like a crazy little fact about me. Also, for the Patreon folks, I'm gonna tell you guys some wild Tinder stories that I've had, and that will be the Patreon episode of the day. But all right, Tinder insights. You swiped 79,000. That's so embarrassing, guys. I swiped nearly 80,000 times in 3 years. That sounds about right. Guys, when I had Tinder Platinum, I'm not gonna lie, your boy went ham. I ain't gonna lie. Left swipes, 46,000 of them. Right swipes, 33,000. So I'm slightly more picky. Okay, I didn't swipe right on everybody, all right? I'm not one of those guys. What's the ratio of that? You know, I swiped right a solid, 0.41 times, or 42%, I would say. Okay, all right. Matches. Look at the huge drop off. 2,055 matches versus 31,000 no matches. Oh man, 2,055 matches. What does that even mean out of my right swipe ratio? So I had a 0.06% success rate. So would that mean like a 6% success rate out of my right swipes? That's actually like not that bad. I feel like that it could be a lot worse. What is the average rate? Okay, let's see. Holy crap, what? Hold up, this is on Tinder statistics from swipestats.io. Women have an average match rate of 30.7%. 30.7 must be nice. While men average just 2.63. Oh, so I'm actually like well above the average. Holy crap, I'm at 6%. Hey, this is proof that you short kings out there can do it, okay? Because I'm literally 5'4". All right, chats. Out of those, I got a 1,102. So half of my matches, I actually got a conversation out of. That's interesting. Or a little bit above half. Very interesting. So like every 100 swipes, I'll get about 6 matches. Every swipe right, I mean. 6 matches. Of those, 3 will have a conversation with me. Huh. And then complete your visualization. How many dates have you been on to? What the hell? How am I supposed to count with this? Who actually knows this? In 3 years? From Tinder specifically, I feel like if we add Hinge and Bumble, that just messes everything up. I don't even know how to answer this. From Tinder, I'd say I'd probably been on in 3 years. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've probably been on a good amount of dates. But from Tinder, I don't know. I feel like I go on Hinge dates more. Maybe 50? Oh, damn, I gotta blur this. Sorry, let me move this down because it says the cuddle word. Did I marry any of them? No. Let's see the other stats. You spent 971 days on Tinder. Okay, that is sad. And now my subscribers get to know how sad and lonely I've been these last 3 years. You opened the app on 789 days. You didn't open it on only 182. Wait, is that real? That's actually really sad. Damn, I've been on Tinder a lot. Granted, these last 3 years, I have been fully single, so... Longest inactive period, 64 days without opening the app. Oh, damn. Oh, you know what? I went on a hiatus once where I just didn't go on any dating app. I'm kind of on one right now, not gonna lie. Not this long, but I haven't been on in a bit. Probably get on today, though. You swiped on 731 days. You chatted on 492 days. Oh, true. Every time you respond to someone, you technically open Tinder. So that actually starts to make more sense because I will have conversations. Sometimes I just don't swipe, but I'll keep a conversation going. On 44 days, you just opened the app, but didn't swipe or chat. Yeah, see, there you go. That sounds about right. I just opened the app. What was I doing on those 44 days? I was just hey, never mind. I was like, nah, not today. Number of times that you opened the app since the day you registered. See, this is inaccurate. I wonder well, not inaccurate. It's accurate towards the last 3 years, but I'm curious if I could find a way to get, maybe my old profile would get like the rest of the years, but I deactivated it because I was in a serious relationship. And this is literally the day that I got out of my relationship, or not the day, like the following week or two, I downloaded Tinder. Yep. Definitely validation at this point. Number of times you open the, yeah, that sounds about right. Right when I was out of my relationship, I'm not gonna lie, I went on one of my, HOE phases right here. That makes a lot of sense, actually. And then it slowed down, traveled a lot here and here. And yeah, this makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh, I've been on it a little bit more recently. That's kind of funny. Damn, this is so cool to see your stats. And this is also extremely embarrassing. You've reached the swipe limit. The limit is 100 swipes per day, 73 times. You know what? Surprisingly, not as much as I thought. Your most active days are on Thursdays. Oh my God, what's going on? You know what? I'm at the nail salon, and Thursdays are relatively slower. That's probably why. Tuesdays are my least active days. Yeah, I'm grinding on Tuesdays doing YouTube videos. Today is actually Tuesday, so that's funny. Or no, sorry, today's Wednesday. Oh my God, my days are completely off. Yesterday was Tuesday. What am I saying? Your chat, 1,102 chats. You never replied to opening messages 113 times. Interesting. I wonder why I didn't. This one must have been like not a good vibe or something. The chat or bots. It could be bots. A lot of bots, actually. Your chats with a match usually last 12 hours. Oh, that's a cool fact. All right. Kind of sad that didn't last longer, but okay. I've received 4,800 messages. I've sent 4,944. Oh, that's pretty even. I would expect me to send a lot more, but that's okay. I'm happy with that one. You send 3% more messages than you receive. Your best starting message that led to a conversation. Oh God, this is so embarrassing, guys. I don't want to dive into this, but let's do it anyways. All right, let's see. What are my, oh God, this is so bad. Oh my God, you guys are gonna see it. I almost want to save this for Patreon. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cut it off right there. I'm gonna end it on that note because this is gonna get really bad. I'm gonna save the rest for the Patreon folks. I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna get really, really, really interesting going forward. But yeah. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you if you guys tuned into today's video. I had so much fun doing this. And again, guys, the past 2 months, 3 months has been amazing. You guys are awesome. Moving forward, this channel is going to change a lot, but all for the good. I'm super excited. Love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.